Weston Ranch Library, and today we are going to do some fun crafts to celebrate Christmas in July. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first what you're going to need is 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and 1 cup of warm water. A spoon to mix it together, and I'm using the back of a paintbrush to poke the holes in it, but you can use a pencil or whatever you might have around your home. Then you're going to just mix everything in the bowl. Once you mix it, you're going to need to use your hands to mix it all together really well. Make sure that you use warm water. And once you get it all mixed up, then you can go ahead and roll it out with a rolling pin or with your hands. I like the way it feels. It's really soft, and it just takes a few minutes to mix it all up. If you don't like mixing with your hands, you're also welcome to use gloves. Now that I have it mixed up, I'm going to start the shape for the star, and I'm going to just roll it between my hands, and I'm making it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to make 5 of these to make the 5 arms of a starfish. Really easy. If you want to make a seashell, or you can make candy cane, but if you have cookie cutters, you can use those. This makes a lot of salt dough, so you are welcome to make as many ornaments as you'd like, and they do not have to be beach or tropical themed at all. And so I'm still rolling, trying to get the arms to look good. You can make small ones, you can make big ones, whatever you'd like. You might want to use a little bit of flour on the plate, or to use a cookie sheet with aluminum foil and then put a little flour down if you're going to be baking these. Most of the time you will need to bake this. You bake it in your oven, 250 degrees for about 2 hours. If you're impatient like I am, you can put it outside. I put it outside in 106 degree weather in the direct sun, and it still didn't dry after an hour. So whether you put it outside or in your oven, it probably will take about the same amount of time. It has to be fully dry before you decide to paint it and such, so keep that in mind once you make them, that you'll have to wait a while before you can actually do something with them, or they will break apart. And so I got a little impatient. I wanted to see the holes, and I'm just making the holes to kind of look like a starfish. You can put more or less, depending on how you want it to look. I've seen starfish with lots of little tiny holes, big holes. They range in all different sizes and shapes, so that's the great thing about starfish. After I'm done shaping it here, I'm going to go ahead and put a hole at the top for the string to hang on the tree. You want to make sure that hole goes all the way through. The other holes, just make sure you push in slightly. Don't push them all the way through unless you want to have see-through holes all through your starfish. And that is absolutely acceptable if you want to do that too, whatever you like. It might look really cute to have a see-through starfish. What I'm doing here is my dough got a little bit too dry, so I added a little bit of water to it, just a little tiny bit, to make it a little bit easier. You can also add a little bit of oil, like cooking oil, vegetable oil, and just a little bit to make it a little bit more pliable, easier to kind of knead together. You also want to store this in either a Ziploc bag or a container, like a bowl with a lid, if you want to use this later. And finishing the holes here. And there, poking all the way through. Yes, I have dough on my finger. I just noticed that right now. I don't tend to notice those things when I'm crafting. Once I set the salt dough starfish outside to dry out, I started working on my seashell ornaments. These three I already painted. One I painted a greenish blue to kind of mimic a Christmas tree. The other one, I actually just left those white to kind of mimic a snowman. These are little round stickers I got from Dollar Tree to look like, they kind of look like little ornaments. But if you don't have those, you can draw little circles, you can use buttons, whatever you might have around your house. I used blue paint, green paint, and some metallic blue paint and some school glue to glue them together. You might need to wait a little bit for the glue to dry. It does take a little bit to hold. If a grown-up has hot glue, you might want to ask them to hot glue them together too. That way it'll ensure that they stay together. I decided to paint these little tiny shells because I thought they were just so cute. And basically what I did is I took 3 different sizes, so a big one for the bottom of the body, a middle one, a little bit smaller, and then for the head, one even smaller. And then I'm just painting them. You can add polka dots or anything like that to make it look like ornaments. I put 3 little stickers on the snowman one, and to make it look like his little buttons. But this, I just wanted it to kind of have a tropical snowman and Christmas tree feel instead of the traditional one. So I really thought these were cute. But the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you'd like. You can just, I painted some and I just glued string on them and I just hung them like that. So you could do whatever you would like. I bought these seashells at the dollar store, but if you've been to the beach recently and maybe picked up some cute little shells and you don't know what to do with them, this might be a good project for you. Or if you are planning on going to the beach, get some extra shells so you can make a little tree out of it. It's always fun to have a little tree around. You can decorate it for different seasons. I usually have one during the spring, fall, winter, and summer. This is a little bit of the metallic paint. If you don't have paint at home either, you don't have to use the exact same paint that I'm using, the acrylic. You can use watercolor. You can even use food coloring with a little water. You can use markers. Markers adheres really well to this, even crayons or color pencils. So don't worry, just look around what you have at home. No reason to go to the store. And see how I layered those from smallest to biggest? That's how I'm going to glue them. Now I'm going to draw the little face on the snowman. Just a little triangle for the nose, smiley face, and some eyes. If you want to get creative and add a little hat, you can. And if you want to add a little orange to his nose, you can do that as well. Now that I'm gluing them, I'm going to glue the edges and put them together. And looking back on this, I think that I would glue the yarn on the back first, the little piece of string or yarn, and then go ahead and glue those together, because then I had to wait for the glue to dry on the shells first before I could go back and glue the yarn on, which took even longer. So just keep that in mind. And these are so little and cute, but if you have a little tiny tree, these are perfect for them. And even if you want to make these and have a beach themed tree or tropical themed tree during the Christmas season, you can go ahead and get a head start. You can make these for gifts if you want to give out to people. There's a lot of different fun things that you can do with them. Here I just kind of randomly started making polka dots on them. Can't really see it on camera. I don't know. I just thought they would look cute with some polka dots. So I randomly stopped and started doing that. But you definitely don't have to do that. And that's about it. I really hope that you're going to celebrate Christmas in July and try one of these crafts. If you do, please post it and share. Thank you for watching.